Good afternoon, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. Hello, everybody, wherever you are in your part of the world. I just want to say hi. Welcome to Mic'd Up with Mike and Friends. This is Michael O'Connor, owner and founder of ServiceProfessionalsNetwork.com. Believe it or not, despite the bad intro, I actually do this for a living. I do social media marketing, social media networking. I like to coach people and help people. Today's episode of Mic'd Up with Mike is just to give people an opportunity to get out there in front of my crowd, listen a little bit about what it is you do, how you're doing it, and what's going on. Everybody's going to be welcomed. I'm going to be sharing the link here to get up on stage. I'm going to try to keep the doors moving. Sometimes people come and I get too many people, and then sometimes I don't get enough people. So less people, more time to talk. More people, less time to talk. We're going to try to keep it fun, friendly, give everybody an opportunity to say, hi, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is how you can build a win-win with me. I hope that works for everybody. This will be distributed on LinkedIn, Facebook, and some other site, YouTube. Yeah, that's it, YouTube. And I will be making a description where I put everybody's LinkedIn links and SPN links, because I'm like that, in the description on YouTube. And I'll be distributing that video to thousands and thousands of people. Today, in no random order, only because she's smiling a little bit harder, we're going to start off with Becky Wolfe today. How are you doing today, Becky?
I'm doing great, Mike. How are you?
Fantastic. It's your 2 minutes. So tell us, how can we help you? Who are you? What do you do? Who are you trying to connect with? Who are you trying to inspire? I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I'm going to switch over to the baller, and then we'll go to the redneck financial coach, and we'll go over to the exit your way guy, because he's always at the end, because he's planning his exit strategy. Now look at him. He's thinking, he's writing notes down on how to get out of this show. Becky, you're doing great. Here's your time. So no rush. It's all you.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Hey, everybody. Great to be here with all of you. Great to see faces, more than just on LinkedIn. My name is Becky Wolfe. I'm a leadership coach and consultant. I work with people in healthcare and different facilities and organizations. I work with individuals and teams, helping them build communication, relationships. Individually, I work with people who are looking to get to the next level of leadership or have specific goals, such as getting out of burnout or improving work-life balance. So my ideal client right now is actually the one-to-one clients. Just establishing that base and just really helping somebody dive into their life and improve their habits, and helping them with work-life balance. So I appreciate the time, Mike. Thanks so much.
Well, that's a pretty good practice intro. She took the assignment seriously, guys. I can already tell. She was like, I'm going to practice it 2 minutes, and I'm going to nail it out of the park. So, Baller, you got a big name. You got a big name here, Bosnian Baller. First of all, you got to follow Becky. So I don't envy you. I did you no favors. Okay, what's up with the name, man? Tell us about you. Tell us about the Baller.
Yeah, my name is Amar Hodzic. I'm the Bosnian baller. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm a fourth-year cybersecurity student at Maryville University. I currently have an internship at Boeing. I do site and security over there. Very fun. But to keep it short on why people call me the Bosnian baller, I always grew up playing basketball, and I was Bosnian. But I grew up in a predominantly white school, and so no one knew what Bosnia was. So I looked like I was an alien. So I was like, okay, what's the best way, to build a brand awareness? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna call myself the Bosnian baller. And going into college, I was like, how am I gonna win scholarship? I was like, someone needs to remember my name. So I didn't even go by Amar Hodzic. I went by Bosnian baller. And literally, I mean, a couple weeks later, I won scholarship to Maryville. And I'm a multicultural scholar, so it was very fun. That's my brand. That's how I go about. I love to communicate with people. I like to make people happy. And one fun fact that I do at Maryville, I'm the president of mascots. So I'm in a mascot suit, so I'm always hyped. I can do a toe touch. I can do a lot of stuff. So, but that's me.
All right, man. I loved every word, especially the toe touch. For an old fat guy, I can still touch my toes and do those splits. I have got to learn more about this mascot thing. First of all, pictures there didn't happen. I expect you to come back and share some pictures somewhere, either in the comments or a post or something. You got dance moves for days or what?
Yeah, I can dance a little bit. I got some dance moves.
Come on, man. You're a mascot for what? I'm sorry. What was the school again?
Maryville University of St.
Maryville
Louis.
University. That is I got a speech impediment, so that's a mouthful.
You're you're fine.
Maryville University, and you're the mascot. There's got to
Yeah,
be video evidence of this somewhere.
yeah,
I will.
there
I
is.
will. Oh, we
There
got to
is.
get this. Okay,
I can send pictures. I got you. I'm also a photographer.
that was a great intro. We're gonna come back to you. We're not kicking you off yet, but hey, redneck financial coach guy, let's do your intro, man. How are you doing today?
Well, so far I'm good because I actually hit the unmute button. And by the way, Mike
Hmm.
O'Connor, nice haircut, buddy.
Yeah, I had to do it. I was like, man, there might be people watching today, so I got to make sure it looks good.
Hey, it looks great, man, like a commercial. So yeah, I think everybody here knows me, but probably not everybody in the world yet knows me. So redneck financial coach, right? Pretty much says it all. It's actually pink neck, because I'm half city, half country, right? Grew up both, so I look city, but when I start talking, people go, "Oh yeah, that's some hillbilly." So, uh, not sure why I'm blank here, but I help people. I help all people, working class people, uh, do better financially, help them reach their goals and dreams, and quite frankly, do what wealthy people get and pay for. I do that for the working class, the rest of us. So, with that being said, I'm always looking to help people build authentic relationships, and it's been great. Hooked up with O'Connor. He taught me how to kick butt on LinkedIn and do it the organic and relationship way. I exploded, and guess what? Caught other people's attention. They said, "Well, hell, if he can do it, I can do it." I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And so that has just grown from there, and we've just been helping other people. You know, get, these are great people. The problem is that somebody else with 50,000 gets seen, and you don't get seen, and that bothers me because I meet good people that people out there have what you need. I want them to see you so they can say, yes, thank you for being here. So I like helping people, whether it's with money, growing, encourage them to get a haircut before they host their live stream, whatever I can do to be positive. I'm all
brush my
about
teeth too.
I see he is a coachable dude. I love it.
It works both ways. I don't make it sound like we have too much of a weird, awkward bromance with everybody watching the three people or whatever they're on so far. But Michael, I used to say very unkind things about coaches in general. Becky, as you know, I mean, when you first called me the first time, I was terrible to you because I'm a confidence coach. Let me test that. I was terrible. We can't repeat the words I used on live. I'll get kicked off LinkedIn. But she definitely passed the confidence test, and she's here. And Michael passed the financial coaching test. A couple months ago, somebody from New York Knife or whatever that name of that company is, tried to get me in some life insurance program for $1 million life insurance program. I didn't need. They talked me into it. It was somebody from high school, and long story short, I spent about 3 months just really hating all types of coaches. And these two individuals here really kind of turned me around a lot, not by trying to send me direct messages and pitches, but Becky with her grace, because she gave me she caught a lot of flack for me on my day. I was really obnoxious. And then, Michael, I literally, we were on one of these events and I told him to stop. I cut tape. I was like, dude, you suck right there on live stream. So no pressure, anybody. I'm not going to do it to you. He kind of asked for it, but he called me up and he was like, hey, who are you to call me like that? I'm like, listen here, redneck, you're some guy acting like a suit. You don't know what you're doing, and he apologized. Next thing you know, he's got a camo hat on and he went from, no leads to 47 appointments. And he talked me into it. No, I'm reviewing my finances and taking that stupid test. So that way, when I actually refer people to him, because I believe in them, I might get paid for it. If I can pass that stupid test. I haven't taken a test in a while, Damon. Quit laughing. So, doctors, before I ramble too much and get everybody here thinking I'm a bigger idiot than I am, first of all, before I let you talk, I want to tell you something. You are a smart person. I saw your post this morning. I've been coaching people for months and months and months and months, and they do not necessarily pick up what I'm throwing down, right? They got to hear it from other people. And you, couple days, a week, now you're putting out golden content. And, some people may not like your content because some people just don't like anything that goes on LinkedIn. They have no business even going out in public. I mean, they're just miserable, like sour, bitter face all the time. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine them at parties. But when I see your post today, and I hope you share it in the comments, but when you put up your post today, I was smiling from ear to ear. This financial guy, this coach, right? He's doing a better job networking and coaching people on my social media stuff than I am. I might know the strategy or techniques, but between him and Becky, I'm learning why you need a good coach. You know what I mean? Because your post today, whether it gets 100 views or 10,000 views or 1 million views, that was fantastic, especially for somebody just picking it up. I can already tell, you passed med school because you're a brain. So before I get too sick of here, let's go.
All right, now I'm off mute. I'm Dr. Jennifer Marquez, and I am so excited to be here today. I'm a pharmacist that uses your DNA to personalize your drug therapy. So you have patients that respond to medications, patients that don't respond to medications. And many times the answer is in your DNA. So I help to figure that out.
All right. First of all, that was fantastic. I shouldn't have expected anything less. Secondly, everybody already knew I was an idiot, but now I feel like more of an idiot because you do what? Like, why are you even on my show? This lady's like, I do prescription drug DNA, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know how many times I've taken medication because some dude's like, here, you need this pill. I mean, people have been watching the show for like 30 seconds. They're like, yeah, dude, you need pills, right? But like the fact that you're using people's DNA to actually ascertain what medicine works best with her, that's fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to name drop and stuff, but like family members in my family worked with the FDA, right? So from the floor up to the ground up to the top of the FDA, I have seen people hit and miss with everything from Zoloft to whatever, right? So like what you just said, I should have started with you. No offense, Baller. I should have started with the doctor because that's awesome stuff. And you have a Facebook Live coming up later tonight.
It was actually last night.
See, Damon, I don't feel bad about missing you and the Reebok guy. I miss everybody. See, that's why I don't schedule it. Sorry, last night. Are you going to be doing another one here soon?
Hopefully.
I'm sorry I missed it. I'm terrible. If I tell you I'm going to be there.
The replay is still available. It's still on my event page. So you can still go watch it now. It's almost 90 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will watch it at some point this weekend. You got my word on that. And after I watch it, if it's good, I'll share it. And I'll tell people to watch it. If it's boring as hell, I'm not going to tell anybody. Sound fair?
Got it. Deal.
Okay. Sound like a good deal. So, everybody, Damon, actually your way guy, my sponsor, the guy who's paying me. I didn't even give this guy an opportunity yet because maybe I'm just too comfortable with Damon. And Damon, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to everybody as if they don't know who you are.
All right. Damon Bastalka, Eggs Your Way. What we do is we help manufacturing e-commerce business owners build value and sell their businesses when they want so they can create their what's next. It's that simple. Yeah, well, happy to be here today. Lots of fun. And when the doctor was speaking there and she was talking about DNA drugs, I was like, well, in the 80s, we just, we didn't know DNA. We just tried to see what happened.
This 80s, they were giving me pills a couple years ago, bro. They're like, here, man, take this. I'm like,
yeah.
I just got a headache. It's not a bad day.
Good stuff,
I don't need this.
Good stuff, though.
Yeah, dude.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate it.
Good stuff, though.
I am sorry, guys. I'm going to be talking here for a second. I am just now sharing the link to everybody on these shows.
Look at the intention in his eyes.
Dude, I do a lot of stuff, man. I do a lot of stuff. Tina Oliver's in the house.
Yeah.
Tina, she's camera shy. She doesn't like to get up here because she knows better. She knows I'm going to be an idiot, say something dumb, make everybody look weird. But Tina Oliver is one of my favorite people to follow on LinkedIn. She's also a longtime Service Professionals Network member. She actually wrote a couple of book reviews recently because she finally took my advice because she reads like 1 million books. I'm like, you should write some of these on SPN. And then she shared it on Twitter, and the author, her favorite author, responded. So
really?
Yeah.
That's cool as heck.
Yeah. I think they joined my site under a pen name, but I'm not 100% sure. And, and I'm sorry, guys, doing a little bit of a commercial here. Join ServiceProfessionalsNetwork.com, guys. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes a few seconds to sign up. If for some reason my site doesn't like you and it can't sign you up, send me your email, send me permission. I'll copy your LinkedIn. I'll put your pretty face on my site. I'll start pimping you out to everybody in the known universe. You can come up on these shows. I'll be glad to tell everybody you're great. Unless you really suck, then I'll tell you you can use the site, but I'm not going to tell people about you. It'll be like one of those type of things. Let's see here. Bob Feathers. I like Bob. He's one of those
good
guys.
Dude.
Bob is a great dude. He's somebody who always steps up to help people, and he is one of those people that I follow on Instagram, and I'm shocked he doesn't have more people following him on Instagram because I think he has a small following on Instagram, but Bob is somebody to follow. Like, this guy travels everywhere. He's always eating great food, meeting nice places, taking cool pictures. I mean, he's one of those people, if you watch his Instagram and just like this is a cool cat, he's not trying to sell nobody nothing. He's not trying to BS nobody. Take a look at Bob, 100%.
He's a full-blown chef too. I mean,
Is he really? Is that why he's always putting out that food, the food porn? Jeez.
He's cooking that stuff. Yeah.
No, don't tell me Bob's cooking that too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking this guy's traveling like worldwide restaurants, and he's
like Friday nights are champagne nights at his house or something like that. He's a wine connoisseur too. Bob's an awesome dude.
I tell you what, I don't know where he's living, but I gotta go visit Bob. I tell you what, is anyone else here a cooker? Baller, you can't have a name like Bosnian Baller and not cook something. Doctor, you're a cook. Can you match the taste to like DNA too? Because like I'll be moving right by you if that's the case. How long have you been cooking?
You can actually test for nutrigenomics. Nutrigenomics is how your genes affect how your body processes nutrients and vitamins as well.
Where were you during my fighting days? Like seriously, like I would have been a world champion if I didn't like eat crap food. I knew how to eat. Like, where were you? I feel like you let me down, doctor.
You can make a comeback.
Oh no, I'm 43, man. I have trouble fighting the toilet. That's about it. You know, I mean, seriously. People are like, why don't you get a day job? You know, you can probably do better than that in the social networking. Like bathroom habits, man. Can't. I gotta get good at the social media. People are like, well, how'd you get so good at social media? Necessity.
You can't wear a diaper in the ring in the octagon. Yeah,
I gotta stop making poop jokes. I probably have 1 million followers. I can't help it. So, how long have you been doing these talks about your DNA, medicine, and everything like that? Because to me, that's really fascinating.
Well, I launched my business back in November, so I'm still pretty new at what I do, but I love it, and I do love educating the public about it. It's a very unique aspect of medicine.
You know, it really is. And I can't tell you, between you and this lady, Debbie Davis, right? I'm going to be highlighting her a little bit. She's a little bit more camera shy. She's working on DNA cancer treatments, using your DNA to combat cancer. I mean, you know, think about how screwed everybody was in 1437. No heat, no gas, no electricity. You know, even like 20 years ago, you know, they had all that cool stuff, but they didn't have cool cell phones. Now you guys are coming out with all this cool medicine stuff. We might just make it a little bit longer, Baller. You know, I mean, for a couple of dumb guys, we might stick our fingers in the plugs, man. We got medical advancements on our side here. You know what I mean?
I'm happy, you know.
I mean, you and I and the redneck here, I mean, we'd be the first 3 out of this group of 6 people to check out. So we need this medicine more than everybody else, let me tell you.
Yes, I'm happy that is there.
So thank you, doctor. We really appreciate you taking care of us all. You guys know Gracie at all? Gracie Ruth Melendez?
Yep.
She is somebody, Gracie, she's a member of the SPN. She's one of those people I don't nearly
can't hear you.
We can hear you, Bob. We can't eat your food. Wish we could.
We can hear you.
Oh, go back. Gracie's somebody I should tag
now.
Connect with her. You're awesome, Bob. Yeah. Everybody, the legendary Bob Feathers.
Woo!
That's funny. You can't hear us.
Oh,
you can't hear us. That's hilarious.
My mic's not working. I can't hear you.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Tell you what.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hold on a second.
I can't hear you, which is weird.
Yeah.
Why is that? Come back to me. I'll figure it out.
Oh, we'll come back to you, Bob. Just send me a private message and let us know.
Yeah.
Everybody, that was the legendary Bob Feathers. Everyone heard him.
Now, can you hear us?
It's when you change when you change platforms and it changes speakers on you, and you're like, which speaker is it? Why is it off?
You know, that's why I was so intense looking here about 30 seconds ago when we get on, because you know when they put me on live, right? I go to the channel so we can keep up the comments and then share the link with everybody and then blast everybody with that sound. So yeah, I get it. You know, medical advancement technologies, we're not quite there yet, but we're making progress, Bob. How are you doing, sir? You want to introduce yourself to everybody? Let us know what it is that you do.
Sure, absolutely.
Accomplish on LinkedIn and how we can build a win-win with Bob.
Yep, glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Bob Feathers. I work for Bindable. We are a SaaS provider in the insurtech space, and we provide full stack technology enabling our clients to do alternate distribution of P&C insurance products. And I do all the cooking. And I do drink champagne on Fridays, and I do have a wine cellar and a large spirit collection. And my strategy or my kind of piece on LinkedIn currently is just to build relationships, which is kind of my new tagline. So I'm just out here to meet people and support them.
Oh, Bob, you and Gracie, are two people that I have not done justice with the tagging. I don't know what it is. Please don't take it personal. But you two people are really, you guys both give me a lot of grace. I don't know if it's a mental block or what, but I haven't been telling people to follow you on Instagram forever. I don't know why you don't got like 1 million followers on Instagram. I swear, I didn't know you were a cook.
People are jealous. They don't want to follow me because they're like, oh, there's another nice dish. Oh,
Dude, I tell you what, I almost hit unfollow a couple of times. I'm sitting here looking at my Triscuits and my health food and who am I fooling? I'm looking at my pizza, my wings. I'm like, damn, this shit looks processed. Pop's got this filet mignon. And I'm like, I thought you were off in some like fancy restaurant. It's just Tuesday at Bob's house. Thanks, Bob.
That's why people don't follow me. Like, oh, that's just annoying.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go have some hot dogs, man, some gas or something.
I used to have friends. We'd go away for the weekend, and I'd do all the cooking.
All right.
We'd all go home, and then on Sunday night they'd text me and be like, expletive. I'm having Cheerios.
We don't like those bad words. Everyone knows I'm not a fan of bad words. Celeste, Forrest definitely knows. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go have some hot dogs, man. Some gas or something. Somebody's got to turn off their speakers. We're gonna blame Forrest because we know it's not Celeste. Damon took off on us.
It's not me, man.
All right, let's see. I gave Forrest a boot. Forrest,
can you hear me,
sir?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, good. All right, how are you?
2 minutes are running, pal. Let's go. Introduce yourself.
My 2 minutes are running. What am I supposed to tell you? Who I am?
Yeah, who you are, what you do, how you can help people, and how they can build a win-win with Forrest. Or if you like chocolate, ballet, it's
who I am. Who am I? I am an American that lives in Canada, just outside of Toronto. I've been here for about 20 years, so maybe I'm a little bit of both. I work exclusively with, what's this say? Oh, sorry. I work exclusively with Melaleuca. They are a Midwest manufacturer, Pacific Northwest manufacturer that has 6 distribution and manufacturing facilities around the country. And they basically make a line of 400 to 500 wellness products everybody uses around the home. But mainly I work on the leadership side. That's a whole nother conversation. But people come to me when they want to, these days they want to save money. Simply put, beat the grocery store prices, things like that. So win-win situation for me is I love to connect people. I'm always looking for ways to connect this part of my audience with that part of my audience and just watch the magic that comes out of that. So that's a win-win for me. I love having one-on-one conversations with people and looking for the common ground. And yeah, that's what I have in my minute and a half.
Dude, that was fantastic. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't really pay attention to schedules, dates. I mean, I missed the doctor's show, and that was intelligent stuff too. So I mean, like, minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't really care. Forrest, I thought you did fantastic. I'm sorry, bud.
It's because you use a sundial. I use a
clock. I don't even use that. I'm just happy when I wake up in the morning. I'm still here at night. You know what I mean? Any day. Yeah. Speaking about being grateful and happy, here's my good friend Celeste that I just met last week. She called me up here, and yes, Becky, I use the same language with Celeste. And you know what? She is just fantastic. How you doing, Celeste? So you want to take a couple minutes, tell everybody a little bit about yourself? We can't hear you, so you got to turn on your mic. Oh, maybe I mic'd you. I muted you.
Okay, we should be good now.
Yeah, we're all good, Celeste. It's your world now. We're living.
Awesome. Oh, Mike, I just adore you. Language and all, I just put on my buffers and learn from you.
Well, I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
I appreciate that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I am Celeste, one of the C's in CC Martin. I am likewise in the same industry as Forrest, which is really cool, the network marketing for our business, because that industry is so powerful. We all know about networking. We all know that we are powerful together. And so when you can add in, which I do, the health aspect and also the financial aspect, I love leading people. I love putting teams together. I love teaching you how to make your teams work. And that's what I do. I love people, and I love being able to help people advance wherever they want to, however they want to in life. If I have something through our Juva connection, Juva is the company that I network with. They are my supplier and they pay me. So, and they can pay you, and I can show you how to do that. And that's what I love to do.
You know, I love this.
Out of poverty, and let's raise people up out of crappy retirements, and let's just reach out and raise everybody up. And you know, I have this vision that we as business owners can join together in my case, in a Juva network together. Doesn't mean you stop doing what you're doing. And it doesn't mean that you don't have your own vision and your own path that you're walking down, but we can still join together and add an additional line of income and an additional way to make people's lives better. So that's my spiel. Connect with me. We'll tap.
That's awesome, Celeste. You know, I think you're just fantastic, right? Because here's the thing. You're never, you know, I don't mean to sound like a jerk saying this, right? You're never too old to learn something new or to start off on a new journey, right? And if I'm being frank with somebody, if I'm going to go buy health and wellness products, it's going to be from one of you two guys because who you are and, you know, a little bit older than the average person on social media, right? But you got more pep in your step than everybody here. Like, it's fantastic. The enthusiasm for life, it's absolutely great. One thing I want to say is thank you all for taking time out of your day and coming up here and introducing yourselves to everybody. If you have to jet, don't feel awkward or feel like you're obligated to say goodbye or anything like that. Like Damon, he knows me. He just bounced to him and said goodbye. He's like, I said what I said. You know, Mike's going to put the links out there in the description for me. So he jetted out. Other than that, I believe everybody had an opportunity to introduce themselves, correct? So let's go around. Any big plans for the weekend? Anybody cool? Bob? You don't have to raise hands to start talking, man.
You know, it's an old school habit, right? You know, I'm trying to be polite.
No, here's the thing. First of all, if you're more rude than me, I'm going to let you know, okay? and if you're waiting for me to stop talking, it might be a minute, okay? So, you know, I mean,
I can tell you what I want to tell you right now, then.
Bob, you're my bro, man. You're my brother, man. You can just spit it out. Mike, shut up. I got something to say. You know, nobody wants to hear me. That's not right to hear. They're just like, hey, man, let's get on here, take advantage. This guy's 50,000 people, join the Service Professionals Network and spit our junk. So, yeah, Bob, tell us about whatever, man. You know,
so tonight, Michael, I'm going with a whole bunch of friends, and we're going to see Todd Rundgren and Christopher Cross, and they're doing a 50th anniversary tribute to the Beatles' Rubber Soul album at the Chevalier Theater.
Cool.
So we're at a little dinner before. So that should be, I'm really looking forward to this show. It was postponed for COVID. It was supposed to be earlier this winter, but I love the Beatles.
That sounds really cool. I have no idea who the hell those two people are, but it sounds
Christopher
like
Cross, Sailing. You don't remember those songs? Yacht Rock. He's a great guitarist. And Todd Rundgren.
I have an dead memory. I don't remember anything about what you're talking about at all. I hope you have fun. I hope it's a good time. Kind of jealous. I'm not going to have the wine and champagne and hang out with the Bob crowd. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, well, that's cool. You know.
So Champagne Fridays moved to Saturday today, just because I'm doing that tonight. But my wife will understand.
I never liked champagne. I never liked wine. My buddy is, you know, his dad is unfortunately passed and making the transition. He's like, we're drinking tonight. I'm like, okay, what are we drinking? He's like, wine. And you know, in my head, I was like, oh, you know, you're lucky your dad's saying, which is a horrible thing, by the way. But you know, it actually that night turned me into a wine guy. Now I'm actually, you know, starting to figure out what type of wine I like. You know, so I mean, inspiration, I guess, comes from the weirdest places, and this is just proof that I have no filter.
So I'm also a spirits guy, so if you like spirits, I've got a huge spirit collection.
I'm not big into drinking unless I get like too many DMs on a Monday morning from people trying to pitch slap me, and then like, you know, so I mean, if I'm really drinking, it's either somebody's dying, there's a wedding, or somebody just pitch slapped the hell out of me, and I just needed a shot. You know what I mean? Becky knows. I can tell she's smiling. She's you know. So how long? Anybody here new to LinkedIn?
I'm pretty new, not brand new, but pretty new.
New to the networking side of it? I'm talking about like we're new, like taking it seriously new.
I'm new to taking it seriously, I would say.
Yeah, since March.
Yeah, I would say the same.
So now that you're taking it a little bit more seriously, is it what you expected or is it a little bit different?
Yeah, for me, I didn't expect to get like the attention that I did when I took it seriously. Like literally last week I started, and I think I always had 400 connections, but it went up like, you know, 100. And a lot of people are commenting on my posts that I make. So, you know, being consistent, I did get get a good following. And also, here's how the mascot looks at Maryville, if you wanted to know.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna hound you, dude, just like you did for the link to get on this show. I'm gonna hound you for mascot videos. So what? Anybody who sends me a video of this guy doing a mascot dance or something hilarious or stupid, I'm gonna tag you in a post. And I'll put it up from everybody else. I'll tag you for a week straight. I got to see this.
All right, I'll get something for you. I have a lot of videos.
Well, you know, I'm looking forward to it, man.
All
Guys,
you need is just a video of somebody doing something stupid, and we'll be internet famous.
As long as it's not me. You know, I'm so, you know, I was telling somebody earlier, maybe I shouldn't share this, right? But I once woke up naked in a cornfield in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, with 21 other naked people. This is why I don't. This is one of the reasons why I don't drink. Okay, and I didn't know any of these people. They knew me. No, the corn wasn't like in bad places, people. It was in the field. Get your mind right. This is LinkedIn. Take it professional. So anyway, I'm just Meghan Mitchell joining the show. Thank you for saving me here.
Well, I came on and you started talking about waking up naked on a cornfield, so I just decided to mute myself and listen.
I swear to God, you weren't the inspiration for that. And no, it wasn't last weekend, Tina Oliver. It was at least a month and a half ago. With a support group like this. You know, I did this show for you people.
Last weekend.
Meghan, please save me here. Take 2 minutes to tell everybody who you are, what you do, and how they can build a win-win with you.
All right. So what I do is franchise financing. I work for Guidant Financial. Honestly, follow me, connect with me. I'll support you however you can. If you do know anyone in the franchising world, feel free to introduce me.
Now, do they have to be in the franchising world for them to introduce you, or do they just have to be thinking about it?
They can be thinking about franchising. If they are interested in a concept that is similar to what I work with, I'll be happy to introduce them to that franchisor or franchise consultant as well.
You know, I was a business broker for a while. People may not believe this because who the hell would trust this guy to sell their business? But I've sold 2 businesses. Huh?
I trust you, so
you should. See, I like this guy. He's my financial coach. He's like, shut up, dude. He's like, I want to be pitching Primerica crap to people, and you're ruining it. He's like, just stop. Stop. They're never going to trust you now.
I'll take you, Michael. I'll take you.
See, Mike, I don't even got my license. I got people like Celeste. She's been around for a long time, man. She knows people. Listen to her. It's the best endorsement I can get. You know, Bob was laughing his ass off. Anyway, so Bogdan. I'm looking for Bogdan Lapidat. That's what I'm trying to do. I see that they say you can't multitask, and I'm proving it. Meghan Mitchell brought Bogdan Lapidat to my attention. He said he can't get on here. Something's technical difficulties, right?
Hey, let him have my spot because I got to get going. I got to prep for a meeting.
No worries, Forrest. I hope you have the best day possible.
Nice seeing everybody.
Have a fantastic weekend.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming on and saying hi.
See you later.
I'm heading out too, Michael. Great to see you guys. Thank you.
Bye, Bob. Appreciate you, buddy.
Bye, everybody. I gotta go too.
Bye, Becky.
Bye.
Well, and now there was 6. Anybody else want to come on up and introduce yourself? If you think you can take the heat, come on into the kitchen. You know, help us cook something up here. We're going to put it on YouTube. We're going to distribute it to everybody. So, yes, people for thousands of years will be seeing me make an idiot of myself on TV. It's fantastic. And I actually pay for the distribution. So, like, I'm totally dumb here. But I got a haircut, so the hair's looking good. I feel good about that.
Yeah,
so, back to Bogdan Lapidat. Huh? Thanks.
That's what I got to go do.
Get a haircut? Get your nails done? You know?
No, just the hair.
I'm giving him the pedicure next. Man, I feel sorry for that lady or dude. I'm trying to sound sexist. Dudes can touch my toes. I'm not worried about it. It's not a sexy thing. If you guys know a guy or a girl that does pedicures in Villa Park, you know, come on up on the show, introduce them. You know, I'd be glad to meet them, talk to them, ask them why you want to touch my feet. I'll give you more than $30. You know, anyway. Meghan, back to Lapidat. I'm sorry, get sidetracked. Sorry, the poor doctor. She's like, why am I on this guy's show? I was talking about DNA. Prescription, like I didn't know he was gonna come do this. He said he was gonna be the clown, but I really didn't think he was serious. Oh my lord, people follow this guy. Yeah, 50,000 people almost. I don't want to get this here. Almost.
You're almost there.
People
200.
are real, Michael. People are real.
Yeah,
we're all just real.
You know, and here's the thing, right? You know, for as being a train wreck that I am, I try to balance it out by trying to do good things for Vogan and Lapidat, and people like him. This is actually like the fourth time I brought him up, and maybe like the fourth live that SBN saved through donations. Here's the thing, guys. I did this show the other day. Megan told me she only had 15 minutes, so I was kind of rude and was like, okay, we're holding her 15 minutes. I just talked nonstop like this and just beat it down, right? How many other influencers have reached out to that guy to put him out there, to share his link for donations? You guys see anybody else doing that? I don't. Like, you know, quite honestly, like, step up or ship out, people. You know what I mean? Like, hey, people can say whatever they want about me. I might be loud, I might be obnoxious, and I say a bunch of dirty words all the wrong times, but at least I try to help people out. I'm trying to balance the scales. I'm not going to sell you an e-course. I'm not going to, like, nobody here. Did anyone here pay me? Damon left, so I can say that.
No.
Right? You know? You guys having fun? You feel like people are going to reach out and connect with you? I hope they do.
If not, I'll connect with them. That's how it's.
So my friend Lisa Jones, I love her. You know, one time I was talking to her like 6 years ago on a cell phone. I wasn't paying attention, and she literally heard me knock myself out by walking into a tree. That was one of my first experiences. Yeah. So now she jokes that she's going to tease people, but I beat you to it, Lisa. I took that power away from you. I just told everybody I walked into that tree, which is funny because, like, you know, I'm sure the redneck guy is going to laugh at me about that one. You know, look at these people. These people are like, I love it. Don't say
Yeah,
that.
I'm waiting for Mike Ash to say something to make fun of you. He's kind of quiet.
No, see, Michael here. Okay, this is why you trust this guy with his money, people. You guys want to know the real truth? This is, I'm going to highlight this fact. Okay, look, I'm going to tell you why this guy makes money on LinkedIn. First of all, he applied everything that I told people in regards to how to post things, how to network with people, and how to highlight other people throughout the feeds. And he did that to the tune of 2.3 million impressions or something like that. Michael, what was it? Like less
2.5, but who's counting? Right.
2.5. This guy's trumping me impressions, people. And all he did was take my advice, which I'll share with you guys all today. Anybody who's listening, right? Which is kind of dumb on me because a lot more people. There's only 15, but we're going to share with thousands of people. You guys, if you want to market on LinkedIn, okay, you make a catchy title, you make a catchy profile, you go ahead and hold on. I'm going to share this. I want to share something with you guys so we can make a point. I didn't want to go too much in the coaching, but I guess we got to, right?
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
While you're looking at that, I was actually going to say something about my good buddy, Megan. Like, you know, usually I'm the guy that shows up and 6 people leave like somebody blasted a can of Raid, but it was her this time, which is completely bizarre because she is fantastic. So thanks. That's all I want to say.
You know what's funny is it's when people start pitching too much about their products, that usually happens. But it's okay. I mean, that's why we're here. I don't care how people spend their 2 minutes, you know, if that's what they want to do. But like, yeah, as soon as they do that, that's what happens. But you guys, when I first met Mike, can you see his screen? Hold on, let me make sure I got the right screen here. I am the worst technical guy for be doing one of these shows.
Well, I can sing White Christmas, you know, or something, you know, just to make sure that he has something to do.
Well, I'm just glad you're finally talking. But the reason why I was actually talking about you is because you're smart, right? You're not going to say anything stupid if you're quiet, right? Which is like his whole strategy is just to be here, get his face on the TV, and have people see Redneck Financial. That's why you use the hashtag.
I like
you guys, one thing that this dude's understanding more so than most people is the branding effect of just being on screen and shutting up, right? Like he hasn't said anything dumb, but how many thousands of people are going to see his face and his hashtag? When I first talked to Mike, he had the suit on, he had the polished look, his profile cover photo sucked. Mike, I'm going to tell everybody the truth here, which I hope you don't mind, but I helped make his cover photo. I'm like, yeah, put a couple rednecks on there. He's like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, yeah, put the Redneck Financial Code, man. Roll with it, you redneck dude. Just roll with it. And he put the high, you know, we made his cover photo. He gave him a good title for everything. You know, Redneck Financial Coach, Recovering Thinkaholic. Contact me. Doesn't cost nothing to run the numbers. So a second line, okay, is a sales pitch. That's his call to action, guys. That's telling people, connect with me to run the numbers, but saying it nicely. And then let's connect or follow me if you want to build a fun, positive network. So what that really is, okay, it's, hi, this is what I'm doing, joke, haha, contact me if you want to do real business, and let's connect with me, right? That's his call to action. It's a great little sales pitch, right? and more about what I do. You guys see that link around his profile? More about what I do. That's a call to action link, right? Then if you go to his actual profile, short, sweet, to the point, right? So during his 2,000, or 2.5 million impressions or whatever, he also got a crazy amount of profile views. Why? Because his skills, his endorsements, the limited amount of keywords. If you go look at the financial redneck coaches, look, redneck financial coach, the second word's financial. Ding, ding, ding. Keyword, second word in the title. But nobody reads it, and they're going to think, this guy's a sales guy. They're like, redneck. That's kind of funny. But they just skip over financial. So most people with marketing on LinkedIn or anywhere else, I explain it like this. It's like trying to sell a shoelace online, right? Nobody wants your shoelace. Everybody's already got shoelaces. They got shoes. They're walking around, right? But no, what people do is like they come online. They're like, I got to sell this shoelace, everybody. Look at this shoelace. It's better than your shoelace. It's the best shoelaces of the world, right? And then everybody's like, who cares about shoelaces? I don't care about, and it could be, I don't know, just random stuff like eating, coaching, dieting habits, right? Like, don't shame people. Don't tell them what they're doing wrong. You know what I mean? Here's a cat meme video. Here's a ball. You know what I mean? People come on social media, especially on LinkedIn, because they can't get on Facebook during the day. You know what I mean? That's, their office is blocking that, so they can't go there. So they're on LinkedIn, and people don't realize that, but it's the truth, right? People can argue with me all they want. I'm not going to argue. You're right. You know what I mean? I'm just going to know the data. I know that I generate millions of clicks a week on my website because I understand what people want, right? You got to stop talking about what you want to sell and give the people what they want. Right? People come to this clown show because they know the clown's gonna be out with the big red nose, and I'm going to have my big show, and I'm going to be throwing popcorn at people. And occasionally I'm going to give them some advice that might make sense that they can use right now, today. Right? The only thing holding most people back, I'm sorry guys, if I'm all just talking, maybe it's a good idea that I did the whole, this is why Mike's quiet on the screen thing. He's just taking the FaceTime that I didn't, I swear it wasn't a setup. But what I'm saying is, guys, I can give you the best advice in the world. Anybody here can give you, Mike can give you the best financial advice. The doctor here can give you advice on what pills to take, with your DNA. Like, I diagnosed your DNA, and people will still argue with it. That's not the pill for me. I don't like the way it tastes. We can lead the horse to water, right? But you can't make it drink. I will drown it sometimes. No, people are going to be so mad. The PETA people are going to be after me now. They're going to be like, oh, he talked about drowning a horse. You know what I mean? But the point is, guys, if you make your profile great and you include a call to action that's a little bit on the discreet side, you can get away with murder. You can be obnoxious as me. You can use funny words and go months without your haircut, and people will still pay attention, right? It doesn't always have to be talk about my shoelace, the best shoelace.
Hey, Mike.
Go hang yourself with that. Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike. So I talked to a lady yesterday, and she reached out, a couple people, but this one, she got my attention, and she reached out and was like, hey, I want to talk to you about what you do. And so I asked her, and I said, what made you do that? What prompted you to do that? She said, because she'd been on my post and commenting, and she said, I saw your hat, your redneck, and I was like, oh yeah. So I had to look at it, but she actually read the about me section, and it said, I don't like spam or spam burgers or whatever I had on there last time. And if you want to know what I do, ask me. And she's like, so I asked you. I'm like, dude, it's like selling bald people haircuts. If you don't want a whole bunch of bald people walking by your hair salon all day, you want somebody who has a job interview and a reason to impress, like Michael Connor yesterday, and said, good Lord, can you cut my hair? Oh yeah, I cut hair for money. Dude, I don't want a whole bunch of people who don't want to talk to me blowing up my messaging in my feed and stressing out my hairline, making it go back farther. So it's all about attraction and permission based. And if they do pass by you, good, because not everybody wants to talk to my hillbilly butt, and it's win-win. If they do want to talk to me, they get it. If they don't want to talk to me, nobody's wasting time. So brilliant strategy. I'm coachable, so I give all credit to Michael Connor.
Well, thank you.
Because I did whatever he told me to, and it works.
Well, when I was a kid, right, I was a precocious little kid, and I like to go talk to all the old people. My grandparents lived on a block, one of those blocks with like 80 million old people, and they all just sat on their porch and stared at the neighbors and talked gossip all the time, right? So I was a little kid that would walk around, and what's funny is I'd ask them all for advice. I'm like, "You're old and gonna die, so before you do, give me some life advice that this kid can use." Like, I was so bad with the questions. Like, I look back and I have memories that haunt me for life. I'm like, I can't believe I asked that person, and I'm still asking people today, like even on this show. Stuff I shouldn't say. Anyway, one of them made a great point. I remember this. I was like 7 years old at the time. She said, "There's an ass for every saddle." You know, if you think about it, right? There is. So, you know, and people will tell you, you know, go out and be authentically you. Where most people mess up is they put LinkedIn or social media in general or whatever platform they're trying to market on the back burner of their day. They really do. No offense, Mike. I'm going to call you out here since you're my prime example. You know, Mr. I got 2.5 million views, right? You know, he's like, I don't know what's going on with the algorithms last week. He's like, I'm not getting the same results I was. You know, well, it's because you're not commenting the same way that you are. You know what I mean? Or you're not engaging like you were. You could be putting out the best posts in the world, but what's going to keep coming people back is the likes and comments that you put out, because it's really true. I'm a cliche guy. People don't care what you know until they know you care, right? So if you're constantly talking about what you want and what you do and what you know, how you know want your problem solved, nobody's going to care at all. You know what I mean? They're just not. And I rub people the wrong way all the time. I mean, I just do. I'm obnoxious like that. I don't really care too much, because like it's kind of like what Mike's saying is it pushes the right people away and it brings the right people toward me, because I'm that ass for every saddle. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. Who's next? Somebody else start talking.
I gotta jump off. I do have to go get a haircut.
Well, I hope you join us next week, and we're gonna give you a critique. You know, if it's a good job, we'll go ahead and tell whoever cut your hair. You know, we'll put them out there too.
We'll take a look at that one. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and we will talk.
Thank you.
Well, it doesn't look like we're getting a whole bunch of other people jumping on, guys, and I don't want to cut anybody short. Does anybody here have anything they want to say to the known universe before we let you all go?
I would like the rest of the story of you running naked in a cornfield tonight.
You know, I really don't remember how that happened. It was an awkward conversation. I mean, most of my best stories, I mean, look, I remember a lot of things. I tell people about eidetic memory, but when I'm drinking, I plead the fifth and tell people I forget. So we're just going to leave that one there. You know, maybe next week I'll tell everybody about how I crap myself at McDonald's or Burger King, rather. You know what I mean? I actually blame Arby's for that. I'll tell that story instead. How about that? We won't do the naked one. You know, I'll do something else. You know, next week when we get on here, I'll promise you guys a story. How about that? Is that a deal? I'll promise you guys all an embarrassing. Look, guys, I have no problem telling everybody the embarrassing side of things I do for a couple different reasons. One is I'm really comfortable in my own skin. I mean, after you crap yourself at a Burger King, you know, I mean, there's not much. I got beat up on TV in front of my parents. I mean, embarrassing me now at this point in my life. I mean, 43 years old, living on my brother's couch. Good luck. You know what I mean? You're not going to embarrass me too much. But really, the reason why I put all this out there the way I do is simply because I want people to realize you can be comfortable and own your awkward, right? It doesn't matter who judges you or who's knocking you down. I'm not one of those life coach type guys who's just going to make the video and be like, you can do it. You know, quit telling yourself you can't. You know, I'd rather go out and make jokes and be the example, right? Like I'm the lowest bar, the lowest, like, you know what I mean? Like if you can be slightly more professional than I am and actually get yourself out there in front of people and just talk about whatever you're talking. And remember, okay, it's all about attraction, positive vibes, and growth mindset. If you want to grow on social media, here's the formula, guys. 80-20. You hear 80-20 a lot in many different things, right? This is how you apply the 80-20 rule to marketing and networking on LinkedIn. Anybody who disagrees with me either has 1,400 followers or they're selling a course, okay? 80% of your content should be what I call fluff and stuff, right? Which is the stuff that entertains, educates, and inspires, right? 20% of your content should be straight in marketing. What I do, what I want, how you can help me, right? Because here's the thing, right? If you go to the bar and you're all GQ public and you're dressed up and you're like, I'm going to go meet the ladies or fellas or whatever you're into, right? Everybody can know after happy hour what you're there for, right? You know what I mean? Like they know, like this is what you're trying to do. You're not getting in my pants, no cookie for you, right? It's the same thing with marketing directly on LinkedIn. You have to have faith in your call to action on your profile. You have to have faith in your profile picture. You have to have faith in your positive vibes. It doesn't matter who you are, what you sell, or what you're trying to do in life on LinkedIn. If you make 25 to 90 comments a day, positive comments like, oh, great post, Megan, or where to go, doctor, hey, Bosnian, like that doesn't do it. If you make 25 real comments on 25 different posts, you're going to grow no matter what. If you do 90 plus comments a day, it's going to be ridiculous. I haven't done 90 plus comments in forever, right? Like I make a lot of likes, stuff's always liking stuff for me, but I don't make a lot of comments anymore. I still can't keep up. Why? Because I'm doing a bazillion posts a day, and I probably do make more comments. I just don't think about it. I'm probably not giving myself enough credit because I actually do make a ton of comments. That was a lie. All that last part was a lie. I make a lot of comments, but it doesn't feel like work anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just conversing with my friends. I probably make 90 comments a day on the Rednecks post, if I'm being honest, right? But here's the thing. I don't ever even check my leads, guys. I don't check all my messages. I don't check, you know what I mean? I tell people to call me, right? Because if you don't call me, I don't care, right? Because why? Because that's the call to action in my profile. I rock that kind of confidence. And the reason why I rock that kind of confidence is because I put in the work daily to engage with other people. And I put out inspiring, entertaining, and fun stuff, and if you do that enough throughout the times, like it doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as you're sharing the right content. Somebody made a point to me, and it was a dumb point, right? Which blew my mind because they're a PR guy and a social media marketing expert. They said, I'd rather have 4 likes and 1 lead than put out a cat meme video with 2 million likes. It's one of those moments where like we're in a group full of professionals. I want to be professional. I don't want to call people dumb names and make fun of them. I don't want to just put my head in a toilet and flush, right? Just let it just drown me, right? Because it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, especially on LinkedIn. Because that cat meme video that does the 2 million views, Mike, when you put out that post that went viral and had 2 million views, what happened? You had 13,000 profile views, right? You booked your calendar solid for a month and a half straight, right?
Yeah. And let me add this real quick. That whole thing he's talking about, they wanted to pull me. I wasn't even in the room. They started beating up on me. So in true Mike O'Connor fashion, all I did, the only response I had was blast my mega results on the screen. That's all I had to say. It was an Elvis move. Everybody's going, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I went, boom. Bow out.
I mean, whether you're a coaching client, whether you sell franchising or DNA pills, it all comes down to you got to get people looking at you, right? And people may not believe this. Baller, did I tell you where I get most of my marketing advice?
Oh.
You're going to laugh. You know what Seinfeld is, you young man?
Yeah, I do.
Remember the show, Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Remember Costanza? Remember when he's leaving the hat behind the girl's couch? He's like, Costanza. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
That's branding at 101. You guys, they can't mean videos to sitting on here being quiet for half an hour like Mike. I'm glad you started talking, right? But that's all branding. Every time I still send a Robin Williams post or you can do it post, right? I'm putting myself out there in a positive light, right? Every positive comment, every positive engagement is a Costanza moment. Most people, they go right for, oh, this is a shoelace. Look at the shoelace. You know what I mean? It's like when you walk out of a Subway and the guy's trying to sell you a stolen watch. It's like, dude, I don't trust you or your shoelace. Buzz off, right? But you send something that's entertaining, insightful. You have a conversation with people. All of a sudden, people are like, I know everything about Mike. It's funny. It's like I tell people all the time, every once in a while, you may not know this, Baller, because I've been such a nice guy to you, but sometimes I can be obtuse and really mean to people because I tell them, go jump in a lake. And sometimes if they really make me mad, I tell them to take a chain, tie it to your leg and then jump, right? And I shouldn't do that because positive vibes only, growth mindset, right? But I can't stand people sometimes because they bother me. But my point is, right? Anybody, no matter who you are, if you're putting yourself out there positively enough, you can even overcome telling 10 people out of 100 to go jump in a lake. You know what I mean? Because it's marketing enough touches, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I feel like I've been talking for an hour and a half straight, and I don't want to beat you guys all up with cliches and everything too much. It's not a great way to get into the weekend. Everyone's gonna be drinking Bob's stuff. And tell you what, make sure you go to Bob's profile. I'm telling you what, I'm gonna go look at it now and maybe motivate myself to go get something better than eating this damn hot dog that's been on the stove for like 2 hours now.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
I can feel your showdown. So let me again. I'm not the Jedi Master, man. I'm not Yoda. That's O'Connor. But it's somebody who just did it long enough and then got there. Let me encourage you. You never walk into a science lab and see a whole bunch of scientists throwing beakers across the room and screaming at it and cussing because it didn't work. Think about that. It's an experiment. It's a lab. That's what's supposed to happen. Failure. Matter of fact, they're surprised, happily surprised. See, I got the doctor here. She'll know. They're happily surprised when it happens in the 50th try, not the 10,000th try. So I want you guys to go out there, have fun with it. Quit getting so daggum upset and so anal and all.
Oh, man, I should have cut you off, man. Now you're going to get me motivated to talk to these poor people for another 40 minutes about mindset. Oh, jeez. It drives me nuts, people.
Next week.
I'm telling you what,
next week.
You guys, next week we're going to do the motivation. I mean, I tell you what, I can go on all day. Like, these poor people would listen to me for hours. I mean, if I let them. I don't want to do that to anybody here, right? But you guys, so many people talk themselves out of success. Do not talk yourself out of success. You talk yourself out of success when you talk yourself out of trying, right? If you're not even going to let yourself try, look, we all heard it. A lot of us older folks, have been like, we grew up in a generation where like, oh, little boys and girls are supposed to be seen and not heard, right? From the day we grew up, we were told to be quiet, listen, learn. I don't believe in that crap. I want to learn. I want to learn from people. And let me tell you, sometimes the loudest guy in the room, and I know Jennifer or some of the introverted people that have been watching me and engage with me, they're going to be like, don't be an extrovert. There's no problem with putting yourself out there and asking questions and being don't be afraid to challenge things. Don't be afraid. Like, nobody's going to come arrest you for being a little bit weird. You know what I mean? Not too many people. Look, trust me, if people weren't going to hire you for the rest of your life based off something stupid you said, nobody would have been following me a long time ago, because I say more dumb crap than most people. Anybody like the doctor's like, I can go back and take a tally right now. He's like a number 84 dumb things right here. Doesn't matter, right? I mix the dumb with the smart. People are still going to watch. Why? Because it's fun. Your vibe is everything. And when they say your vibe attracts your tribe, I'm not saying they stole it from me, but I really do like that saying. You know what I mean? Like, because like, look, no time for negativity. I shut it down quick. Megan, do I not shut it down quick? I mean, I do, right?
Oh yeah.
He shuts it down pretty quick. You're not going to get 5 minutes in if you're being negative with Mike.
No, not even one more. Look, and it doesn't matter if you got 1.5 million followers. It doesn't matter if you're a CEO of a big company. I don't care. I challenge them all. Look, I invite people to come on my live stream. Everybody's welcome. I put the link right there, down there in the comments. Anybody who is anything negative or positive or whatever, everybody can come up. Everybody can talk. Like, I'm not the guy who's going to hide behind things. I put myself out there. Why? Because I'm not an ass. I might be an ass, but I don't rob people. You can go look at my reviews. You can Google me.
You're an
right?
honest ass.
I'll tell you what, nobody in their right mind, okay, if somebody was like, Michael Connor swears, check, everybody knows. Michael Connor's a pervert, check, everybody knows, right? Michael Connor's weird as all hell. Yeah, everybody knows. Oh, Michael Connor lied to me. Yeah, not going to happen. Like, good luck with that, pal. You know what I mean? And I invite you to come up on the show. I mean, we'll talk about it. If there's a misrepresentation or if there's some kind of confusion, I invite anybody. Come on up. I'll give you the chance. You can come up in front of my 50,000 followers just on LinkedIn, my thousands of followers on Facebook, YouTube, or wherever. We can have this discussion. It'd be great TV. Let's throw some popcorn. I'd love it. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'm really tired of people that have hidden agendas. And I'm really, really tired of people that assume that I have a hidden agenda because I tell people exactly what I think, the way I'm thinking it, in the very moment that I'm thinking it. You know what I mean? Like, look, the proof is always in the pudding and data doesn't lie. I don't have 1 million followers on LinkedIn. I don't have 1 million followers on Instagram. I never did that, right? But I also don't have all my eggs in one basket. I also built my own basket. You guys can all come to my website. You can join it. It's like a link tree or, a Facebook, it's smaller scale. You can use it, do it however you want. And like I said with Tina Oliver earlier, I mean, she's awesome. She doesn't come on here on these lives because I probably tease her too much. But this lady, she wasn't a blogger. I think the first blog she ever wrote was on my site. And then, next thing you know, people are following her, they're engaging her, they're tweeting her back. You know what I mean? Like, growth happens when you're not afraid to just get out there and put yourself up. And you don't have to spend money on coaching. You don't have to go throw thousands of dollars. Look, everything that I say or answer or question, all that advice, I got it from somewhere. I got it from YouTube. I got it from Google. You know what I mean? If I encourage just one person through all this rant to get better at Googling stuff before they give people money, I'd be happy. That's worth my whole afternoon. Just one person. Do you know what got me into SEO, Bosnian Baller? Did anyone ever tell you why I got into SEO?
No, but you can tell me.
Oh, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. That's awesome. So I got into search engine optimization because somebody tried to screw me over, right? They tried to sell me a bag of goods on how to rank things on Google. I wasn't an SEO guy. I didn't even know what the @ sign was. As soon as that sucker left my office, you know what I did? I went and Googled, what does www. mean? Right? I literally, and then I realized, oh shit, I should go back and Google HTTPS and figure out what that means. That's where I started, like 8 years ago. Within 6 years, I had a top ranking blog site. Within 5 years, I built my own social media site with a business directory. That's down right now. I'll put it back up. Thank you to the guys helping me with that. But I mean, you can, if a guy like me, all right, can teach himself, Java, Python, and all these stupid codes and WordPress and everything through YouTube videos. I mean, anybody can learn anything. You can do whatever you want, but it's not going to happen if you tell yourself, no, don't even get started. Thanks again, Amar. I really appreciate you asking that. It was fantastic, too. You're a great guy. I hope you get thousands of followers this weekend, dude. Appreciate you coming up here.
Hopefully, that's the goal. But thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, if you give me the floor a little bit. I appreciate also Redneck and Megan and Dr. Jennifer. I have to say thank you to everyone really quick. But I always, like, my whole life, like when I'm in college, like my first years, I was told to be like very professional, very serious. And some people would make fun of, me saying my Bosnian baller, but that's 1 out of 100. But when they realize how much I believe it and how much I go with it, they're like, oh wow, he's serious about it, and he's a pretty decent guy. And I just want to do the best. My parents immigrated from Bosnia to here, and I want to be the best for them. They gave me, they gave up their whole lives for me. So I want to be the best cybersecurity in the world. So.
Wait, hold on one second. Can we all have an awe moment? That was beautiful. I don't know, man. If people don't send you a connection request or a follow after that, they're cold-hearted sons of, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, that just warmed me up. I don't know about you guys, but I got goosebumps. It hit me right in the feels. I mean, like you're good at it. I already tell you, you're gonna be somebody to watch. It's pretty good, young man. I appreciate that.
You. Thank you.
No, you know what? Look, dude, I love the confidence. Even the way you're like, can I have the floor for a minute? Like, it was polite, it was professional, like you still got yourself out there, dude. Everybody here has heard the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right?
Yeah.
The only reason, look, I'm not a brainiac. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know if I got you fooled yet, right? I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I'm the loudest, which isn't great for all things, but it's fantastic for social media and branding and PR, right? You can't be afraid to put it out there. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I say rock. You guys, Dr. Marquez, I see you shaking your head, right? Do you think he should go with Bosnian baller? I mean, do you think that confidence? I mean, you're a doctor. You tell me.
Absolutely.
Doctor approved, buddy. Doctor approved. You got the
it's going on my profile right now.
The lady does DNA stuff for medicine, dude. She's the smartest one. No offense, Megan. She's the smartest one here. And she's like, yeah, rock it. She would tell you, look, she looks like she would save a cat from a tree, dude. She's going to tell you the truth. She would have told you, I swear.
All right. Thank you. Well, that's what I'm going with then. Bosnian baller.
Yeah, so what are you trying to do, man? Like you're trying to figure out like how to, like, are you working toward any particular goal? Or are you just trying to build your network to see what happens?
So my goal, I mean, I'm graduating this year, December of 2023. I worked various internships. I just want to build my network and see what happens to go from there. I want to give back to people. Like, my strongest suit is like always try to help people out. So my goal is to help the students in needs that need like technological, like sorry for messed
No,
up my
don't be
speech.
sorry, dude. This is a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
The only people we poke at here are the redneck. That's it.
All right. But basically, I just want to give back to the students. So if I build a very good network, I can give them back and help them, like, code and bring them up to speed. Recently, I just helped Fox High School set up a cybersecurity program. So my goal is to give back to the community and help them out. So that's my intentions in life.
Well, I think you're light years ahead of the curve, man. I try to tell grown-ass adults, CEOs that, people pay me for my advice and they don't listen to it, right? The fact that you're the first guy up on this show and you stayed throughout the whole time. I mean, I don't know if we should drug test you or praise you, but the doctor would know. But my point is that, dude, grow your network, right? There's pros and cons with everything, right? But the pros greatly outweigh. Like, I have no privacy. Like, people actually recognize me somewhere. Sometimes when I go out in Chicago, it's weird, right? Like, hey, you're this. It's so weird. Like, what am I doing? But if I need a job, I just gotta put I need a job on my title, right? And I'll have 400 people offer me a job, and I'm obnoxious as hell. A nice young guy like you who says all the right nice things and the moments. If you just stick with that, man, you're gonna be great. You know what I mean? Build your network, dude.
For sure. I'm only 20, so I'm turning 21 July 15th. Yeah.
20? Dude, I was like 32 before I figured this crap out. I take it back. You got to send me some money, dude. This is good information. I'm sending you a PayPal, Venmo. What the kids do nowadays? I'm just Venmo,
playing
right?
video games. Yeah, Venmo.
Where's
Venmo?
No, you got to pay me for this. This is gold. This is life-changing advice, man. You're 20. You're going to do, I'm telling you what, man. If you're looking at this like a cheat code in your video game, by the time you're 25, you're going to be like, wow, I'm really glad I listened to that idiot. Look, if I was 20 years old, okay, and I know what I know now, right? By the time I'm 25, I would have a house and literally I would be influencing the crap out of it. You're a young, good-looking guy, dude. I'm 43, old and fat, and I got 14,000 followers, maybe 13,000, I don't know, on Instagram, right? But young, strapping guy, you got college kids around you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Be the weirdo. Go get a camera. Put it around your neck. Look, I don't have my camera nearby, but go get one of those big dorky cameras, right? Go get a Canon 1050.
Wow, GoPro. I got a GoPro.
That's what, yeah. The point is, walk around with a camera and make it obvious you have a camera just around the college campus and just snap, snap, snap. Don't take pictures of yourself too much, right?
Okay.
When people start asking you, what are you doing? Oh, like on social media, I'm trying to take pictures of inspiring people. Click, click, click. That's how you network online and off. I do that shit everywhere. And the reason being is because some of the best connections you have can be that person you meet at the coffee store. You know what I mean? Or the person you meet. Like, people don't realize you can take LinkedIn anywhere and you can take anywhere to LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. Same thing with Instagram, Twitter, like, I may not come out and try to directly sell you the shoelace, but everybody's going to know I got shoelaces.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Miss Dr. Marquez, do you got anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm excited. Lee Marlar.
Oh, I love Lee.
Lee and I are actually going to meet each other tomorrow. So I am so
excited.
My
goodness. Did she tell you about our phone call?
No, she did not.
So I'm everybody who's, I don't know, maybe there's 4 people still watching, right? But I'm notoriously bad on the phone when people call me because, like, you guys think I'm bad now. You should see me when there's no mics and I can't get kicked off LinkedIn. It's terrible. And Lee, I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, was probably one of my top 10 phone calls of all time. So that lady is hilarious. And within 5 to 10 minutes, you will know that she doesn't mess around. She's very straight to the point. She doesn't mix. I like her. To as far as I'm concerned, that lady is brilliant. And I think the two of you are gonna have that makes you more interesting to me. And you were already doing the DNA sequencing on medicine. So I don't know if that's
the only time I'm serious, to be honest, is when I'm doing my DNA. So I think maybe we need to get to know each other better because I'm a very not serious person most of the time.
I tell everybody, I think it's even in my title now that I'm an ENTJ personality type on LinkedIn, so I mean, I'm obviously very serious about some things. Like, you can tell I got passion, right? But like, I literally joke about everything most, like you have to have the serious side to make the humor fun, right? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? You can't otherwise you're just a clown, I mean? Like, you got to have the popcorn. You know, so yeah, that's really cool that you guys one phone call with her and you're going to meet up in person, huh? So
Yeah.
a long drive, or you guys pretty close?
She actually said that they are moving down here near where I live, and I guess she's here this weekend.
Gotcha.
And so we're gonna meet in the middle tomorrow.
Where about are you again, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus,
So
Georgia. I
it's
love
about
that.
an hour from Atlanta.
You ever drive through the Smoky Mountains at night? I don't think you should. How far away are you from the Smoky Mountains?
The Smoky Mountains?
Yeah.
I think they're way up in North Georgia.
North Georgia. So at least I got the right state.
Yeah. I'm in Central.
Like, oh, please tell me it's the right side of the country. I tell you what, I drive through Chicago, right? And anybody who drives through Chicago knows what kind of hectic mess that is, right? Nothing compares. I mean, I once drove a truck that the headlights went out in a blizzard across Iowa. I was in the middle at 2 a.m. It was diesel. So if I pull over on the side of the road and turn it off, I would have froze to death. So I'm driving through this winter blizzard in a 30-ton truck with this Jeep on the back with no headlights. And if I stop, I die. Driving through the Smoky Mountains, okay, at 7 p.m. when the sun's going down on a fairly clear night was by far 10 times more scary than the real possibility of me freezing to death in Iowa. I tell you what, that is some crazy driving. Tell you what, Baller, if you ever want to test how brave you are, go drive through the Smoky Mountains at night. I tell you what.
All right, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Do you think I won't?
I think you will. That's why I told you. Bad influence. I am. You know, she helps people. She gets some DNA medicine. I'm like, you can do it. You know, I'm like, you can do it. Here, go ahead. You know, different type of life.
Keep them alive, you help them die.
Hey, like I said, didn't I say earlier that I got to balance the scales? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to help Bogdan Lapidat. I hope everybody goes and takes a look at his thing, because we're trying to help him. He couldn't make an 90%, but I got to balance it out, doctor. I can't just help him die without trying to help. People may not believe this. I had an orphanage in 2016. I was contributing to. Anyway, long story. Different show. But I hope you guys come back next week. I had a lot of fun talking to the two of you. I look forward to networking with you both. I'm going to get you both into my chat, doctor. I know you're in Mike's chat, but I'm going to get you in my chat too, if you don't mind, just because he always steals my members, and now I'm going to steal one of his just to get back.
I'd love to.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Anything else?
Oh, that's it. Thanks for having me.
Let you go. You can stay on after the broadcast. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate your time, effort. I hope I gave you something of value, and make sure that you join Service Professionals Network. Take a look at my sponsors page. I'm terrible with the sponsors things. I could list all 9 of them off here, but I'll just put the links on the description and send it out. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great, great day.
Thank you.